Hello beautiful peoples, how are you doing? So if you are just joining my channel for the first time, my name's Sherelle. I am a children's illustrator and I'm also getting married, and I love Etsy, Procreate and all things small business like. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how I take my pictures for my Etsy website. I thought, why not do a video on it, just to make it clear cut with visuals that I love. So I was like, just do a video, duh. Now, I don't know where you live, you don't need to tell me, but in England this weather is really temperamental, borderline bipolar. It started off really sunny today, like I thought it was going to be a really hot day, I was going to go out, go shopping, get a few things, and then it just went dark. Like when I say dark, I mean black. Like seriously, it felt like the world was ending. And then it just came, all this water just came from nowhere. Rain. I'm surprised it didn't thunder and lightning, but it was just like, well, what's happening? I'm home alone, no one's here, who's gonna save me? Hello? Does the cars work? Is it Walking Dead? A zombie's gonna come out? Oh my gosh. So I really don't even know why I'm telling you this, but now it's just funny because now it's bright as anything. Anyone will think it's July. You just can't keep up. So if you're not from Britain and you want to visit, just bring your bikini, a jumper and an umbrella and you'll be fine, because whoa, we've had like 4 seasons in one day. I'm surprised it'll start snowing soon as well, literally just to top it all up. Okay, so stage 1. First of all, before you do absolutely anything, I would do a bit of research personally, but then to be fair, you don't need to because I'm your research. Duh. Okay, when I first started, before I took any of my pictures, I just had a browse on Etsy just to see what other shops were doing with how they take their pictures and what they look like. I found 2 shops. They both had amazing products. Now the products were quite similar to each other as well, but I noticed that one shop had amazing reviews, like the sales were at the roof, and then the other shop didn't have that many reviews, like the sales weren't that great. Oh, so why is this shop not doing great and this shop's doing amazing? It could be customer service, it could be a lack of reviews, because the more reviews you have, obviously the people are going to trust you more. I started looking a bit closer. I went through all the pictures, literally scrolled and just basically see their shop as a whole, and I noticed straight away their pictures were epic. I say epic because they were in focus, they were all quite similar backgrounds, the lighting was superb, and then the other side, the not so good shop, the pictures weren't that great. They had a purple backdrop for one and a yellow backdrop for another, a brown for one. I mean, it just looked messy. The lighting weren't that great either. I think it was down to the lighting. Like, lighting plays such an important part in pictures. Lighting is crucial. You could have the lowest budget camera in the world that doesn't take that great pictures, but as soon as you put a little bit of sunlight in there, boom, then pictures, they look epic. And I guarantee people will say, what camera do you use? It's not really about the camera, it's all about the lighting and the surroundings and just getting those lighting angles. I can't stress lighting enough. Lighting is so important. My lighting right now is a bit dodgy because this room is so annoying, but it's the only way I can park my bum. Don't even take this lighting into consideration please when I'm talking. The Etsy pictures, they have to be, remember this word, consistent. So even though your products are going to be completely different, which I hope so, how do you make your different products consistent if they're completely different? It's all about the background, the backdrop. So you will notice from my Etsy page that I love wood. I know, I'm weird. I'm obsessed with wood, and I'm also, I think even if you watch my married videos, you'll realise that I love rusticy things. I love old, vintage kind of things, making them a bit more modern-y. So rustic modern, I love. I found a skip outside and I said, I need that piece of wood, that piece of wood, and that piece of wood. And then I got one of my builder friends to basically make me this board. So this is what the board looks like. And you will notice it's got 4 slabs, and then underneath it I have 2 slabs just to keep them secure. So that was it. That's my backdrop. I had a white one as well, but the white one didn't really look as great, so I kind of deleted the white one. But the brown one, this is just wood. Wood. Because a lot of my products feature black children, brown skin on wood pucker, especially with the gold that I add sometimes, the sparkly bits. It just looks so nice. I just fell in love with the wood. So First things first, you need a backdrop. You could have different colour cards, but stick to those different colour cards. You could have 5 colours: orange, blue, purple, pink, yellow. Stick to those colours. If you start adding another colour in like months down the line, it's going to look a bit jumbled, you know? So try and stick to a colour palette that you are not going to go away from. And also make sure the colour palette goes with your products as well, because there's nothing worse than colours that just clash. Deep, dark blue and a neon green. That might look nice actually, but you know what I mean. So just try and stick to a colour palette that you're always going to use throughout, and trust me, they will look so in sync. The pictures will look like they belong together, like they're your shop. If anyone sees a picture, they'll be like, oh, that's from so and so shop. But if you have randomness, they're going to be like, who shops that? Who shops that? I don't know this person, I don't want to buy. It puts people off, trust me, when they see a catalogue that is just messy. First things first, get yourself a really nice consistent backdrop. You've got your backdrop, you've got your lighting. Now you need, this sounds so random, but a candle. You don't have to have a candle. I just use a candle because I think it was the only thing I had at the time, and I'm just so used to using it now. So you want your product to stand up a little bit away from the backdrop, so it gives it more depth. Sometimes it can cast a really nice shadow underneath as well. It makes your product more of the focus point of the whole picture, the picture as a whole. You want to focus on your product, but bearing in mind, if you're selling jewelry and things like that, you don't really need that because it's just going to be flat. You can't put a candle in and earrings on top. Like, come on, people will be like, you're selling the candle or the earrings? I don't know. Lift it up from the backdrop a little bit and give it a bit more depth to your picture. Trust me, it works. The last thing that I'm going to mention that you will need, and that will make it just explode: props. I love props, and if you notice in some of my pictures, some of them, all of my pictures, you will notice I have a white rope ball thing, and I just squiggle the rope around. It's not even rope, it's like string, but I love it because again, it goes with my whole rusticy vibe. With regards to my props, I sometimes use a little bit of roses. I sometimes use fluffy balls because they're so colourful. I sometimes use glittery stars. Like, I just love a prop. I think it just adds a little bit more to it as well. But again, you don't have to use props if you don't want to. If you want your pictures just clean, no distractions, just literally your product, then do that as well. But props is just a little idea that you can add as a finishing touch to the picture as well. And OM jizzles, how can we forget the most important thing? Because you need this important thing, otherwise you ain't selling nothing. Otherwise you ain't gonna get no picture. Otherwise lighting don't even matter. You need a camera. I left it till last on purpose because with regards to the camera, I can't stress this enough. Do not, if you have a small budget, don't go and buy the most expensive camera, especially if you don't even know really how to work it. You can do it on a smartphone. I've said this, some of the pictures on smartphones are so nice and better than some cameras. In fact, you can use your phone and then pop on a Lightroom just to tweak the lighting styles a little bit and stuff as well. Do not underestimate your phone, especially if you're just starting out as well. I would definitely use a phone. Now, I already had a camera. It's like a Canon EO5 750D. I don't even know what that means, but it does the job. But I did used to use it for my photography way back when, so I've just always used this camera and I know how to use it, so it kind of makes sense. And boom, 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 boom. That is how I take my pictures for Etsy, baby. Now, I love taking Etsy pictures, but I would separate and get a day just to do all this because it can take quite a long time, especially if you're just starting out and you've got like, I don't know, 27 products that you want to add to your shop. Take the day to do this because I don't want you to rush it. When you rush it, it looks a bit And if you want to also as well, check out some shops on Etsy as well. They'll give you some inspo, but hopefully I've given you a bit of inspo today. But yeah, definitely do a bit of research as well. If you can't be bothered to do research, because I know a lot of people can't be bothered, I would just literally stick to all the points that I've just said, minus the props. That's an if or what's the word? It's not mandatory. All the other points are kind of mandatory. Is it mandatory or compulsory, or are they the same thing? You know, when people learn a word a day, I really need to do that because I'm pretty sure mandatory and compulsory are the same thing though. Are they? Hit me up in the comments. I think so. Yeah, you'll realise as these videos go, I'm not the smartest at all. I don't even pretend to be. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a creative person. I don't do academic-y stuff and things like that. I'm just, no. If you just set up a really nice shop and you're so proud of it, please drop your links in the comment section so I can check them out, because I'm really, really intrigued. I really love to see people's shops and their pictures and stuff. I love to see other people's ideas. Anyone would think I'm doing a job interview. I really need to stop babbling. I'm such a babbly gabbler. I'm so sorry. But that is how I take my pictures for Etsy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. Please like and subscribe. Please. Thank you. Oh, and tell your friends as well. And don't forget to drop your links so I can see them. Thank you. Bye.